meditation. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Mannado Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. The only Guru of three religions, the doctrine of Traita originator, Hindu virtue donor, sensational writer, the author of more than 100 divine holy scriptures, Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. So, we are in 22nd Shlokam in Sankhya Yogam chapter in Bhagavad Gita. So, this Shlokam talks about the mortal soul. What is this shloka? Vasamsi jinani yata vihaya navani grhnani naroparani tatha sharirani vihaya jinanyanyani samyati navani dehi. So, man, what he does? He will leave the old clothes and he wears the new clothes. In the same way, the immortal soul will leave the body which is very old, which is not convenient to live, and then it will transform into the new body. That's what the Bhagavan said in this sloka. So, according to this slokam, many people could not able to understand the true notion what Lord Krishna said, because unknowingly they went into the wrong way in understanding this slokam. In this slokam, Bhagavan said about the old cloth, new cloth, old body and a new body. So, the people, by not knowing about the new body, they killed the true notion of this slokam itself. They don't have rationality explanation. So, they said yes, yes, when they said that new body. And also, they read through the old mythology books. In that mythology books, they mentioned that in the 6th month, mortal soul is going to enter into the new body. Then also they said yes. But they did not go with rationality. They did not understand in proper way. So, if it is new home, if God said it is a new home, what kind of home? Is it completely built or half built? They did not think through that. When we want to enter into the new home, how it should be? It should be completely built. It should have all the windows, doors, everything. And we will make sure that 100% there are no problems at all, even if we go and live in that home. So everything should function inside the home. Then only we do housewarming and start living in the new home. In the similar way, when God said that new body should have all the structure, complete formation of the body, so everything, then only the mortal soul is going to enter into that. And the mortal soul, immortal soul, they are pair souls. Mortal soul cannot live without immortal soul, and in the same way, immortal soul cannot be there without a mortal soul in a living body. So, those pair souls will enter into the new body when they leave the old body, which is not convenient to live. So, when we know how the transformation is happening from one body to another body, So then only we can truly understand this one. So so during when male and female mate, then the sperm will enter into the female's body through the womb. So after that it will start forming the body. So fetus will start growing from there. So it's like the womb is like a bag. So inside that the fetus will be growing. That fetus is not having any life in it. But some of the people are by mistake in understanding that in the 6th month itself there is a life to the fetus, but actually it is wrong. Even some people think that in India, if uh, if there is no life to that body, how come the mortal soul will be uh, thinking about his past life, and he will be with a deep sorrow about that also. And also some people may have doubts, and they ask that if there is no life to that fetus inside the mother's womb, it is making movements, right? So if there is no life at all, then how come it is making the movements inside the mother's womb, and it starts moving from the 6th month? So that's what their questions. So there are some, there is a tamarind tree and there is another tree like a tamarind, but when you see them from far away, they look alike. But when you go near by them, then you are able to differentiate between both of them. In the same way, so just by watching the movements of fetus inside the mother's womb, people are thinking that fetus is having the life in it. So in the mother's womb, what happens when it will start forming the body from the first month itself. So, and also mother body contains the nerves. So those nerves are joined to that fetus, and the energy flows through that, and there is a focal cord. Focal cord will be there. Through that focal cord, it will supply all the liquids and everything which is needed, all the nutrients and everything which is needed for the fetus to grow. And also the fetus body grows inside the mother's womb like a part, like the digestion system, liver, heart, kidney, all are parts inside the body. In the same way, the womb also, mother's womb, so which is the main place for the fetus to grow, so that also is like a part. It will grow inside the mother's womb. So when it turns 6th month, so then the fetus inside the body starts making the movements. It's like the pot maker, what he does. So he will mix all the materials in it, like water and mud, everything, and he will mix it such a way that it will make it. And after that there is a wheel which makes the parts on that. He will put it on there and he will make a shape. After that he will make it dry, then he will burn that, then he will see that whether that pot is made perfectly or not, then only he will going to sell that pot. In the similar way, so there is a big nerve in the big nerve, the immortal soul is there inside the mother's womb. So that will have nerves connected to the fetus body. So that will grow. That will grow the fetus. It will grow the fetus, and it will make and it will turn right side, left side, whatever the way. And also the fetus is upside down um, inside the mother's womb itself, and there is a liquid. There is a liquid. In that liquid, fetus head is upside down. So it's not like straight, it's upside down. It will be growing in that liquid itself. So the nerves connected to the mother's womb, and they have relation with the fetus. It will start growing. That it will grow like up to 9 months. So once it is formed complete perfect body inside the mother's womb, after that it will close the mother's womb, and it will open up the mother's uh, body to push it out the uh, baby from mother's womb itself. Like that, it's happening. Whenever it comes out from the mother's womb, the body, it has no life at all. We can say it's a completely dead body. So we have to say it is a dead body. But here some people will have some doubts, like, if there is no life to the fetus inside the mother's womb, so then it will completely rot, and it creates problem to mother's womb. Whenever after 6 months, if it starts making if it stops moving inside the mother's womb, then it is a danger. It happens a danger. So when that fetus stops moving, then it makes inconvenience to the mother. Then people take the mother to the doctor. Doctor will scan that, and he will say that the fetus inside the mother's womb is dead. Then he will do an operation and take out that outside. So because when the baby inside the mother's womb got the life, and when there are no movements inside the mother's womb, then they are saying that it's dead. So in that case, how can we trust your words? Not only that, so when there is no movements inside the body to the fetus, then there is a danger to the mother also. So when we are knowing about this one directly, we are thinking that the fetus inside the mother's womb is getting the life in it. So here we need to understand that. So after 6 months, fetus moves here and there. And also when it stops moving, there is a danger to the mother also. But is that true? If that is the case, can we think that fetus got the life? And fetus also lost the life? So if you say that in the 6th month fetus got the life, then we can conclude that before 6 months there is no life at all to that. In that case, why didn't there is no danger to mothers? So because people not knowing the truth, they are mistaken there itself. The truth is that how the parts inside our body are not making any danger to our body, any inconvenience to our body, in the same way, the fetus inside the mother's womb is like a part inside the mother's body, and it's not making any inconvenience to the mother. So we can say that the fetus body is a part of the mother's womb. It's like a mango tree. Mango tree grows a fruit to that. Once fruit is completely ripened, it will fall down. So it grows as part of the tree itself. In the same way, the fetus inside the mother's womb grows like a part of the body itself. So when completely the fetus is grown on up to 9 months, after that automatically, because of the pressure of the nerves inside the mother, then the baby is coming out from mother's body. Whenever there is a disconnect, the nerves with the fetus body, what's happening? So the mother's womb cannot stay there, so it will go out. That's called abortion. Abortion is happening over there. So when abortion happens just 1 or 2 months, within 1 or 2 months, so it will be easier for mothers to push it outside. So if it is 6 months after that, if there is a abortion, then it is a very, very horrible situation to a mother. So why? Because until 6 months the fetus will have a very good shape. Because of that, so it's become very inconvenience to mother to push it out because the abortion situation happens. So when that situation happens, so when the movements are stopped inside the mother's womb, what happens? So it will start swelling and rotting itself. So it starts perishing there itself. When it is swelling, and then it will give danger to mother's heart itself. After that, death may arise. So immediately people will take mother to the doctor, and they will scan it, and they will identify that the fetus is dead inside the body, and they will do an operation and bring out that fetus, so that mother will be safe. So whenever this kind of situations, the abortion kind of situations happen because of the weakness of the mother and due to some unexpected diseases and those kind of situations. If not, if mother is healthy and taking the good food and everything is good, then the fetus also will grow healthy. So after 9 months, the fetus will come out safe. So how a bigger part of the cloth is cut into a small part, and then it is given to the tailor. Tailor will make it as a cloth, make it as a garment. That garment, the man is going to wear that in the similar way. So when fetus completely grows, fully grows, all the parts of the body are completely grown inside the fetus, inside the baby, inside the mother's womb. So then we can conclude that, so whenever mortal soul enters into this body, he can easily live in that body. So without having completely formed body, so mortal soul is not going to live in that. So that's why in the Bhagavad Gita, God said that, so leaving the old turned off clothes and wearing the new clothes. And also the perished body, he leaves the perished body and wears the newly formed body, he said. And also wearing the new body, transforming into the new body, is also based on his karma only. So according to his merits and the sins, he is going to get such that type of body itself. So that is why, so when the old body is gone, so the mortal soul is entering into the newly born baby's body. So sometimes what happens, just by a head comes out from mother's womb, then itself the mortal soul is going to enter into that body. So sometimes it may take some minutes, sometimes it may take some hours also. So if it takes hours, what happens when the mother, when the body is delivered outside, when the mother delivers the body, so that body will not have any movements in it. So we can say it's like a dead body. There are some kind of situations, some incidents happened where after 12 hours time it took to enter the mortal soul into the newly born baby. So that we can learn more in the next uh, upcoming pages. So many people, what they do, so in the villages there will be some people who will perform the delivery operations in the villages. Those ladies, they don't know about that, and what they will do, so when mother delivers a baby, so they use it to knock the uh, uh, they used to knock the uh, whichever comes out from the body, that we call it is mavi. uh, so there is some name in English. So let us see what is that. uh, let us see. So what is the meaning of that? Placenta. So the old ladies in the villages, their habit is, whenever there is a delay in the in the movements, so the movements happen when mortal soul enter into the newly born baby. If there is a delay, they think that there is no life in this baby, newly born baby, and they try to uh, touch that placenta, just some putting some water. They pour some water and touch it. Keep touching that. They think that the life is there in the placenta and it should come into the newly born baby. So because why they are doing, they don't know about how the mortal soul is entering into the body. So when the mortal soul enters into the body, so then he will take the first breath. With the first breath itself, we can conclude that he got the new birth itself. So when the fetus gets the breath, when a baby, newly born baby gets a first breath and starts crying, then the old ladies whoever do all the delivery operations, what they will do, so they will cut the focal thread. They will cut the focal thread. So if focal thread is cut before itself, before the life enters into the baby's body, what happens? They think that body is going to so die. Baby is going to die. That's what they think that. So baby. So they don't cut the focal thread before itself. So. So if we think about what is the reason why they don't cut the focal thread before the mortal soul enters into the body, because so when we see about the tamarind seed has two plates in it. So when you sow in the soil, so it will you can see seed grows, right? First when seed what we can say germination happens, so in initial days what it does, it will take out all the nutrients from that plates, and after that it will start preparing its food. So in the same way, so placenta is there, right? The placenta will keep warmth of the baby's body unless newly born baby gets the life. So if you cut the focal thread immediately when baby is delivered, what happens if there is no entry of mortal soul inside the baby's newly born baby, if there is no life in it, after few moments what happens, the blood inside the baby's body will become cold and it freezes. When it freezes, so then the mortal soul cannot enter. So that's why, so the placenta can keep the baby's body for some hours warmth, and it makes not to freeze the blood inside the baby's body. That it can do only for some extent, some hours only. So after that it cannot do at all. So in between only, when the mortal soul enters into the newly born baby, then there is a place, then there is convenient, then we can say it is convenient to the mortal soul live inside the newly born baby. So the people who don't knew, they don't cut the focal thread before the mortal soul enters into the newly born baby. But some people think that the life is coming from the placenta into the baby's body. So if we ask a question to those old ladies, you guys are thinking that by pouring some water on the placenta and keep on touching it, the life is coming into the fetus baby's body, newly born baby. So in that case, so in the mother's womb, the life, in the mother's womb, to whom the life came, where the life entered, is it inside the placenta? Is it to the placenta? Is it into the fetus body? So if it entered into the fetus body, how come it went back into the or how come it went into the placenta? And if it is in the placenta, how it is coming back into the fetus body? So they cannot tell any answer for this one. So why all these things are happening? Because we are in the deep ignorance. So that's why we could not able to know the truth. And some people even thought that So in the last birth, the mortal soul might have done so many sinful deeds. So that's why, so what he is doing, so he is rewinding them, and he is thinking over that, and he is in deep sorrow about that. He is lamenting about that. But in the ancient days, they used to think that so after delivery only the life comes. As the righteousness transformed into unrighteousness, then people are thinking that so the life is there inside the mother's womb itself. So, and also they used to draw a horoscope for a newly born baby whenever they take the first breath itself. Even now also that same kind of method exists. So that they consider it as a new birth. So that real breath also is coming whenever the newly born baby is delivered, and in the moment when the mortal soul is entering into the newly born baby. So that's why they consider the moment, the time when the delivery is happening. So if they don't do it, then the horoscope will not be proper at all. So still the people are considering the first breath of the baby is considered as a new birth. Then we can say that still righteousness is somewhere exists. So there might be so many doubts for the physical body related doctors, because in their studies they studied that the sperm itself contains the life in it. So by listening to the teachings of the Swami, one of the persons met with a doctor and explained about that. So then the doctor condemned the words of what Swami said. He told that it's unscientific whatever your Swami is telling. We know that there is a life to the sperm, and it will merge with the uh, female egg inside the mother's womb, and then it will form a body. Then it is coming out, and mother is delivering that body. That's what happening. So when there is a life in the sperm itself, the same life is coming out. That's what they are saying. And also he said that so we are taking out this sperm, we are collecting the sperm from the animals, and we are making use of that uh, and uh, we are putting inside the female animal, and there is a new birth to an animal. Again new animals are being born because of that. So we inspected that sperm, and it is having a movements in it. So I saw with the microscope itself. So this many proofs are there. So I don't listen to whatever your Swami said. So that guy told. And after that, the person who met with the doctor, he came back to Swami and he said, the doctor said that there is a life to the sperm, and he said that there is a sperm contains the head, neck, and also tail, and it is having the movements. And you said that there is no life inside the mother's womb to a fetus. So I am in a situation that I cannot. I am unable to understand which is true, which is false. So like that he asked. So Swami explained in deep about that. So Swami already told that fetus is not going to get the life after 6 months even there is no life to the fetus inside the body until it is delivered. So in order to know about this, we need to understand more about the what is mortal soul, how he survives. So mortal soul cannot be seen to the physical eye, and also it can be known to the wisdom eye. So doctors are not having any wisdom eye, so they cannot see that. So they think that whichever is having movements, it has a life. In that case, there are buses, trains, aeroplanes, and also satellites. They too have the movements. Can we say that they have the life? No. But some people may have the doubt that if there is no life, how come the sperm is making the movements? So, in order to know that, we need to go in detail and know and throw our focus on that completely and know that. And we have to go inside what is happening. So, the male body contains two testicles, and in the testicles itself, uh, so those are bigger to the animals and smaller to the human beings, and there will be some labules like about 200. So they are like a bundle shape in that, and there is a sperm production tubes are also there. So that's like it's connected to the epididymis, and it will be stored in like a bag kind of shape inside that so part. So they are connected to the prostate gland also, and it is connected to the urination uh, what tube itself. So the picture is shown in the book itself, you can refer to that. So whatever the sperm is produced, that will enter into the epididymis, and from there, so sperm tube will be there. From there it will go into the um, resource of the sperm there itself. So it will stay for some there. uh, so after that what happens, so it will be released through the prostate gland, and also it will have the mucus is like a glue kind of a substance. It will have, so the sperm contains that also, so that we call it as a completely sperm. So the sperm contains the small what we can say, the shape of the sperm is like it will have head, and it will have neck, and it will have the tail. Three parts it have. So in the sperm tube, it has no movements in it, and when it makes the movements is when it has the it will connect with the glucose, then it makes the movement. So the sperm will have the movements also, and also it will swim with a 4 millimeter speed. So that's what per minute 4 millimeter speed it will spin. It will keep swimming. The tail of it is like a snake tail. It cannot move inside the acid liquids. Eh, So acid liquids, acidity liquids, it cannot move. It can move in the bases liquids, and it will have the movements for some weeks inside the male body itself. So when it is delivered, only for some hours it can stay inside the female body. So the main reason for its movement is the glucose. So if there is a glucose more in that sperm, what happens? The sperm can start moving. So if there is no glucose, it cannot do that. The similar way, so when if there is a calcium hydroxide, so what we can do, if we pour some water on that, it will start making movements and bubbles you can see. So same way it is doing there itself. And we can say the movement of the tail movement of the sperm. Some people, the people are saying that it has the movement, so it has life. If really it has the movement, so you need to observe that it should move left to right, forward and backward, all the directions. So why it is not doing all? It's only having the forward direction only. That too, as long as there is a glucose contact with that tail of the sperm, then only it is going forward. So when glucose is completely spent out, it's exhausted, then what happens? The movements also stopped. So when that sperm is enters into the female body, what happens? So that will merges with the egg. So after that it starts growing there itself. So this design, the structure is made in such a way that to create the fetus body. So that's all. So as long as female body contains the glucose inside, so the sperm makes the movement. When the glucose is gone away, it stops there itself. That's why only within some hours it will be complete. It will stop its movements. So and also we came to know that if it is a acid liquid, then the sperm does not move here and there. So the human female body contains more acid liquids, so the movements of the sperm will have very very less. So when you think about the animals will have base liquid more in the female body, so there is a much more movement to the sperm, so that therefore yes, in a single instance itself, it's going to become the it starts it starts creating the body. So that means the female egg and the male sperm will join together and starts forming the body. So very early in the animal's body compared to the human beings. So that's why we have come to know that, so if there is an acid, if you put that sperm in the acid, it will stop moving itself. It cannot go. In the only basis it can move forward. So that's why that is the case. So for some years it takes the human, for some incidents, so it takes some years to get a baby for some people, not for everybody. So the veterinary doctors, what they are doing, they are collecting the male animals sperm and storing it in the 0 degree centigrade. Then they are making use of it whenever they need, and they are putting inside the female animal body and getting a new animal. So that's what happening there. So nowadays the doctors, they don't have the wisdom eye, and they don't have the subtle sight. So all their researches and everything based on the physical body itself. So and also they expect that when there is a movement in the sperm, they think that there is a life in it. They don't know about the mortal soul matters at all. In order to live a mortal soul, he should have all the five elements, and also he should have 24 parts of the body. Without that, he cannot sustain inside the body. When he leaves the old body, that is dead body, then he is getting the newly born baby. That's what the God said in this Shlokam itself. And also in the new body, God said about the stages of the life, like a child, youth, adult, and old age. But he did not say about the sperm gets the all the stages. And also our body is consisting of physical body and subtle body. Physical body has 10 parts and subtle body has 15 parts. 15 parts itself. So if you lose physical body, that means during the accidental death, mortal soul will lose his physical body, and he will remain with the subtle body. He can survive with the subtle body. So the mortal soul can survive with subtle body. If there is no physical body, he cannot survive at all. So how the mortal soul is going to survive is known to the yogis who knew the Sankhya Yogamu. But this is not known to the nowadays doctors or scientists at all. So the mortal soul can be seen by the yogis only. The doctors and scientists who do not have the wisdom eye, they cannot see with their physical eyes at all. Let us stop the session here. We'll continue it in the next week. Let us do Mangala Prarthana and stop the session. Om Mangalam Gurudevaya Mahaniya Prabodhatmane Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Sadhurupaya Mangalam. Prabodharpanam to everybody.